To achieve a Band 7 or higher on the IELTS speaking test, you need to show the examiner that your English is advanced. One excellent way to do this is by using idioms. Idioms are specific combinations of words that mean something other than what they actually say. In this video, you'll learn 10 powerful idioms you must know to score high. By the end, you'll know exactly how to apply them in your speaking test. If you want to achieve the IELTS score you need, check out our IELTS courses. We'll guide you step by step on how to score high, so you'll feel confident on test day. Just click on the link in the description. And now, let's get started. Let me start with "from my perspective." This idiom is incredibly valuable because IELTS speaking constantly requires you to share personal viewpoints across all three parts of the test. What makes this expression particularly effective is that it's advanced while remaining simple to apply. Simply place it at the beginning when expressing your viewpoint. It clearly indicates that you're presenting your opinion rather than stating objective facts. For instance, "From my perspective, environmental education should start in primary school." Alternatively, position it at the end of your statement, such as "Environmental education should start in primary school, from my perspective." "Touch on" appears frequently because it means to mention briefly. I might say, "The interviewer touched on several interesting topics during our conversation." Here's another excellent phrasal verb that catches examiners' attention. "Figure out." It means to solve or to understand something that follows. For example, "I finally figured out the solution to that mathematical problem." This expression suggests some effort and reasoning were involved, not merely a sudden realization. Native speakers use this idiom very often, so when you use it, you're demonstrating to the IELTS examiner that your English is advanced. Let's check out idiom number 4, "see eye to eye." During IELTS speaking, you'll frequently discuss relationships with friends, family members, or colleagues. The expression "see eye to eye" is an informal yet natural way to describe agreement or harmony between people. It's a fantastic idiom for improving your speaking score. For example, "My brother and I see eye to eye on most political issues." Notice how you describe the topic of agreement after the main phrase. Here I use the phrase "on most political issues." The meaning shifts dramatically if I say, "My brother and I rarely see eye to eye." When you position such expressions accurately within sentences, you prove to the IELTS examiner that your grammatical skills are excellent. This can increase your band score. Throughout the IELTS speaking test, the examiner might ask about cultural practices in your nation, your personal interests, and similar topics. Begin your response with "by and large" to indicate you're describing typical circumstances. For instance, "By and large, citizens in my country celebrate major festivals with their extended families." Obviously, not every single person does this, and I've acknowledged that by using "by and large" rather than making an absolute statement. It's a wonderful expression for preventing your answers from sounding too definitive or overgeneralized. By the way, if you want this channel to keep going, write yes in the comments, click like, and subscribe. We only make videos if we see that you enjoy watching them. Now, let's examine 7 additional idioms that can help you reach Band 7 or higher on IELTS speaking. Here's a superb idiom for drawing comparisons. You can employ along the same lines to connect two concepts by emphasizing what they have in common. Consider this example. "In recent years, my city has invested heavily in renewable energy." Along the same lines, neighboring cities have started implementing green initiatives. This idiom functions similarly to the word "likewise," but sounds more natural and conversational. Another example, "The government reduced university fees." Along the same lines, they increased scholarships for low-income students. If you use along the same lines instead of repeating also or similarly, you show the IELTS speaking examiner that you have a wide vocabulary. Occasionally, a question has numerous possible answers. It becomes challenging to address everything comprehensively within the limited response time available in IELTS speaking. For instance, when asked why you selected your university major, you could mention career prospects, personal interests, parental advice, and financial considerations. However, including all these elements might create a disorganized answer that lacks coherence. Instead, summarize your main point using "in a nutshell." I could respond by saying, in a nutshell, I chose engineering because it combines creativity with practical problem solving. Then I might elaborate slightly on one aspect, and my answer is well structured. This expression proves especially valuable when you have to address questions about complicated subjects, such as economic policies, social changes, or career ambitions. When adding supporting evidence for an argument, you can use connectors like secondly or furthermore. However, there is a brilliant idiom that introduces additional supporting information, not to mention. It's really easy to use. For example, living abroad helps you develop independence. Not to mention, it exposes you to different cultures and perspectives. When concluding your argument, try taking everything into account. This signals to the IELTS speaking examiner that you've considered multiple perspectives before forming your final opinion. How should you apply it? Use it following several examples. Remote work offers flexibility and saves commuting time. However, it can feel isolating. Taking everything into account, I believe hybrid work arrangements are optimal. Your conclusion might also acknowledge contradictions, like this: I prefer living near family. However, career opportunities are better in large cities. Taking everything into account, I would relocate for the right job. Mastering idioms demonstrates that you made a difference in your IELTS preparation by going beyond basic vocabulary. Make a difference means to have a positive impact or create meaningful change. It's an extremely useful phrase that shows sophistication. For example, volunteering at the community center makes a real difference in people's lives. That's it. Those are 10 IELTS speaking idioms that can boost your band score. I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you're notified when the next video comes out. Also, share this video with your friends so they can improve their IELTS score too. See you in the next video!